welcome back to Bookmas Day 6. Yeah. I actually started reading already for the day. I've been listening to the audiobook of The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, I think by Ali Carter. I've been loving it, like eating it up with a spoon. I've been having such a good time. This one is basically like not a murder mystery, it's a mystery, like a locked door, closed door mystery, where this girl is basically invited to the house or this mansion of her favorite author, and there's a mysterious disappearance, and there are suspects in the house, and she and this other guy who's kind of like somebody she's at odds with, like kind of a rival, only to her, but kind of a rival, on the case, and they're trying to figure it out, and they're kind of falling in love. I am having so much fun. Why am I literally in love with, oh my god, what is his name? Ethan. I love him. I love a character who is like very charming and funny and like kind of flirty. Love it. 10 out of 10. I love him. I'm also really loving the main female character, Maggie, and like learning a little bit more about her and her backstory, but I don't see us getting more depth than what we have right now because of like the nature of it. It isn't really putting me in the holiday spirit per se, but I'm just loving my time listening to the story. I have about 2 more hours of the audiobook, and I have some errands to run right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish that book while running errands, hopefully. And then when I get home, I have another book, or 2 actually, that I want to get into. Okay, the first one is Comfort and Joy, A Fable by Kristen Hanna. I actually have absolutely no idea what this book is about. I saw a girl that I follow on TikTok talking about this a while ago, and she said it was really good. So it's just, I guess, a little magical holiday short story situation. I would love to read this between today and tomorrow. Oh, that is kind of the timeline for this video. I wanted initially to do a 24-hour reading challenge, but I can't stay awake for 24 hours. I just can't. And when I try to split it up, it usually ends up taking really, really long. And because of the nature of Vlogmas, I just feel like things need to happen a little faster. So I'm just going to read between today and tomorrow. I also have one on Kindle that I really want to read. Initially, I wanted to read Snowden. Oh wow, there are a lot of Christmas books on Kindle Unlimited right now. I'm not going into all of those. I just want to read a couple. Anyway, yeah, the one that I want to read is Not in the Christmas Plan by Etta Easton. Something about it looks really cute to me. Yeah, let's go.
Not everything's a plot twist, Colin had always said when she noticed things he didn't want her to see, clues or coincidences that couldn't point to anything besides Maggie is a little bit crazy. Of course I smell like Emily's perfume. Have you ever seen Emily apply perfume? How should I know how Emily's earring ended up in her bed? She's your best friend. Sometimes Maggie worried the minutes to choose a pair of socks. I'm not spending another day with cold feet. You brought 3 different kinds of toothpaste. Oral health is very important, and sometimes I'm not in the mood for spearmint. You're not wrong, Maggie, he snapped. And it sounded like he was agreeing with her and arguing with her at the same time. And Maggie didn't know whether to be mad or grateful. If you think Eleanor left clues for us, then she did. You found them, and we're going to follow them. You're not wrong. But what if I am? She hated how small and frail her voice sounded, that it was still too loud in the darkness, that in that narrow space it might just echo. Then Ethan stopped and turned. Colin used to look at her like he could see through her, but Ethan looked. First she thought she hadn't heard him. The question was so out of the blue that she had to blink through the pale glow of the flashlight, and she forgot all about the low ceiling and narrow walls. She stopped telling herself to breathe. Maggie, pen names talk. Oh, well, I felt like diversifying. You know, the new ebook algorithms really... Ethan leaned against the filthy wall. He was going to get his shirt all dirty. Come on, Margaret Elizabeth. Someone who had no other options. who was equal parts needy and independent, who could go anywhere anytime, but who could only do it with them, because of them. She was the ultimate foil, only there to reflect their light. But now the light was gone, and if possible, the passageway got even darker. The filthy wall pressed against her back as a big hand cupped her cheek, and a deep voice whispered, "Breathe."
It is so packed here. Like, so many people are here. I don't even think I'll get a trolley. Like, what is going on? I know what's going on. I'm just annoyed. Well, that was a really terrible experience. I do not wish it on my worst enemy. I hated every second of that. I feel exhausted. And like I just ran a marathon. So right now I'm just in the car, decompressing, having some pizza. Because... Anyway, I'm probably like 1 hour out from finishing. And something just happened and my jaw just dropped. So I was like, I have to update you. First of all, I'm loving the romance. I think I'm loving that more than the mystery. I love their relationship. I feel like they're learning each other so organically. And although organically is a strong word, because obviously it's a heated situation and obviously emotions could be heightened under the circumstances, but I just feel like they're just chilling, chatting, learning about each other and their past and stuff. I think it's so cute. I'm having a really, really good time with it. Right now I'm thinking about how I'm about to get out of this park, because this man parked next to me with his ginormous van. I can't even see behind him. So yeah, I'm just sitting here. And I'll probably listen to a little bit more. I have to drop some groceries off by my parents because I picked up some stuff for them. And yeah, hopefully by the time we get home, I'll be done.
Which is exactly where you all should. And then Ethan couldn't take it anymore. He stomped up to Dobson, forcing the older man back a step, reminding him without words that he was taller, stronger, and meaner than anyone had a right to be. Table. James entering behind him and Dr. Charles dozing by the fire. Absolutely no one was concerned because they didn't care, that his life was falling apart.
Police interrogation of Margaret Chase and Ethan Wyatt. December 25th.
So that wasn't a threat.
Oh, really? Then what would you call it?
A warning?
High-powered telescope, like the universe, big and mysterious and all around you, and also incredibly far away. She wanted to tell Ethan about it. She wanted to... Ethan. Another picture filled her mind then.
I did finish The Most Wonderful Time of the Year just now, maybe like 3 minutes ago, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, and I loved the romance and the relationship, their banter. I loved the journey that they went on and how, they incorporated, I guess, popular mystery tropes and stuff, and like having two people who are very well versed in writing the genre. It felt like maybe some sort of love letter to mystery and mystery novels, which I thought was fun. I enjoyed following that. The mystery was not gripping, and there were two elements to the mystery. I feel like one of them sure was solved. I didn't really care about it. Not in a bad way, like it's just that the reveal didn't have me shocked or anything. I was just like, okay, yeah, I can see that, sure, okay, next. And then the final, like, bigger reveal was insufficient. I am not an open-ended type of mystery reader. I need everything to be spelled out. I need all of the parts to come together, and I didn't feel like that happened in this one. But the story itself was good, and I actually loved the two main characters. Following them was definitely the highlight of the story. So I think if I have to rate it, I'll give it 3.75. I really enjoyed it, and I binged it. I literally listened to the entire thing today, and I was never bored. So just for that reason, I feel like I can't give it any less than 3.75. But it's not quite 4 stars. I feel like the mystery element, which was a huge element of the story, just was not there for me. Not all the way there, but it was fun. Also, I'm interrupting from my phone front camera here, so sorry for the angle. and the quality, but I just rewatched that last clip. I am testing eye makeup for my friend's wedding, which is why my eyeshadow looks so terrible in that last clip. These things looked cold in, can't zoom in front camera. Yeah, these eyeshadows looked gold in the palette, and now they're looking silver. My dress is purple, and my accessories are gold. So I'm trying to like do something different that's not just my everyday makeup. Like, you know, I don't want to look boring, but eyeshadow and eyeliner have always been basically like a mystery. I have no idea. I have no idea how to do them and how to do them properly. So that's just my interjection. Also, I've been testing out hair, as I said. Actually, no, I cut that clip. But I am also testing how I want to do my hair. I have definitely decided on a side part, which is rogue for me. I never do my hair in a side part, but I like it, and I feel like it would look good with a one shoulder dress. So we're doing that. But the curls did not last today, which is no bueno. So I need to figure out how to make my curls stay. Maybe I need to do like rollers or something. Either way, nobody asked for this. This has nothing to do with the video, but I did feel the need to explain myself with that eyeshadow situation. So on to the next. I'm going to read Comfort and Joy because I feel like this one actually ended up being a lot more romance than I expected. So I don't want to hop into romance just yet. I feel like Comfort and Joy would be like a good middle book between the two. So yeah. It is now the next day. I did not get as much reading time in as I wanted to yesterday, nor today. I just, with all of the filming and editing for bookmas, in addition to the other things that I have to do every day, it is actually getting a little difficult to read as much as I want to. However, I did start Comfort and Joy by Kristen Hanna yesterday, and I've been really liking it so far. It's basically I don't know how much it says. So there's this woman who's just going through a really hard time. She's our main character. Her name is Joy, and she's just having a lot of family issues, and she ends up deciding to take an adventure and go to this town in Canada called Hope, So she ventures onto this. I don't want to spoil it because it's such a short book. I won't tell you exactly how she gets there and what the circumstances are, but she gets there and she ends up going into this inn that's closed. It says it's for sale, but she ends up going there and meeting the young boy whose mom owns the inn, and we kind of follow her story as she befriends this young boy, and he's also going through a lot. He's grieving the loss of his mom. And the third character in the story is the young boy. His name is Bobby, his dad. And obviously he's also kind of in a tricky position where he is trying to console his son, but he's also grieving. And he and the mom had divorced like many years ago, so I'm sure that we'll get more of their backstory and the lore of that. But as of right now, I'm on page 70, I'm on page 81, and I'm really loving it so far. I have a Christmas market to go to now. My mom is coming for me soon. I also have some books that I'm going to give to her, so maybe I could show you what books I'm loaning her. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I haven't read that much, but I'm really enjoying it. Okay, I got her like a stack. She asked initially for a book because she has to take my dad to an appointment tomorrow for quite a few hours. So she wanted a book to read for that. She's a romance reader. She doesn't really read anything else. But I kind of got her to venture out a little with one of the books that I suggested. This one is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I really love this one. I think I gave it 5 stars when I read it. And it's just a woman's fiction about the relationship between these two women who have been friends for their entire lives and just how complicated it could get. Yeah, I really, really loved that one. There you go. The next one is also like kind of on the woman's fiction side, but it is predominantly a romance, or at least it's marketed as a romance. This is In 5 Years by Rebecca Serial. I love her. I think I only read 2 of her books, but I also have the other one, which is One Italian Summer, on my TBR. I really want to read that soon, but I read this a few years ago and I really loved it. So I think she would really like this one, but it is not fully romance, so I'm kind of tricking her with that one. So I don't know how she will feel, but I don't know. The next one is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I feel like she'll really like this one. It's fun and cute and I don't know, entertaining. This one is a little bit deeper. I don't know if she will love this one as much. Excuse me, I am filming. Yeah, I don't know if she will love it. Okay, you want to be in the video? The 7 Days in June by Girl. 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This one is a lot more emotional and deep, not really rom-com-y, but I'm sure she can handle it. She's a big one. And then Funny Feelings by Tara Dewitt. This one is very cute and funny, and I think this one is probably like the most straight up rom-com next to The Paradise Problem, but I think she will love either of these. Don't bite my books. So yeah, that is the stack I have for my mom. Random spot, but I'm about to finish Comfort and Joy. Also, as I was saying last night, I'm still on the hunt for makeup and hair look for my friend's wedding. I feel like I found it. I don't know if like the overhead lighting is doing it justice, but I was on the phone with my brother and his fiance, and they said the hair looks good. Honestly, there's something about the ends that are not giving. I think I really just need to fight it out with my curling iron and maybe pin them up for a while so that they could stay something about the volume is kind of throwing me off. But I am about to finish this book. I know for sure it won't be a 5-star. I got really bored in the middle there for a while, and I like the direction that the story is going. I understand like the message behind it, and I'm enjoying it. Not to say that I'm not enjoying it just because it's not a 5-star, but I thought it was sweet. This is probably one of the more sentimental, emotional, holly jolly type of reads. Not holly jolly necessarily, because it is kind of sad when you think about it. The undertones are very emotional, but I've been enjoying it, and I kind of not resonate, but I empathize with our main character Joy and the things that she's going through. I will say throughout this entire book, while I understand the message of forgiveness, I fear what her sister did was unforgivable. Like, Chris and Hannah is trying to tell me that, yeah, they're sisters, they love each other, they'll get over it. Girl, what? Literally what? It's the way that I would never forgive her. So maybe I need to do some introspection about my capacity for forgiveness this Christmas time. But that's crazy. But yeah, I'm about to finish it. I think I only have 4 pages left. So that is my final update, and I guess I will give you my rating in 2 pages. I could have just waited. Okay, I finished Comfort and Joy, and it was good. I definitely have to suspend my disbelief a lot, but I think going into this knowing that obviously it is a fable, which means that there is just kind of no explanation for a lot of things in here, and it is just like the whole premise of it is basically built upon suspending your disbelief and kind of like fairy tales and magic. So yeah, I definitely liked it a lot, and I thought that it was sweet. Loved the family characters, so Bobby and Daniel. I just wanted to make sure that it is on the back of the book. Bobby and his dad Daniel, who are going through a really hard time and, you know, trying to connect with each other again. I thought their storyline was really interesting and sweet, and seeing the way that Chris and Hannah wrote both of those characters and their relationship and their emotions and their feelings toward each other through actions and little facial expressions and stuff. I just thought that that was really sweet, and when you really realize what was happening for like half of the book, it means a lot more the way that they interacted with each other. So I thought that this was really solid. It was a magical, beautiful, sweet Christmas story, and yeah, I think I'll give it 3.75 as well, because I think I rated The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year 3.75, and I think I'll end the video here. I initially planned on reading a rom-com in here too, but I need to get this video up. And I took a little bit longer to get through Comfort and Joy. In the middle, it did kind of drag, and I've also had like a lot of stuff to do over the past few days. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.